establishing the location of the house. So you're looking up Alfred Court to the left side and then to the right side. We're now looking at the homes close into the building itself, or the house. Then we're going to slowly pan down around. You went by a vacant lot, then you have the house itself, followed by the houses that surround, going back up the other side of the street. Now we're doing a slow pan of the front of the home. It's got a nice set of double front doors, a huge entry foyer both in and outside. It's got a big, generous front driveway that can park 3 to 4 lanes of parking, anywhere from 3 cars to 4 cars to 2 or 3, so you can get at least 16 cars easy in the front driveway parked across a vacant lot at this point, which could be bought with the home, although the HOA is going to want the first right of refusal if you go to sell it. You'll notice on the front of the garage, it's got a real wide double door. It's more like probably close to 20 feet across, and then a single garage door, which is probably 9 or 10 foot wide. So the garage has got lots of space to get in and out of, and the garage itself is about 1.5 car lengths long, or garages long, instead of the standard garage length. Standard garage length is maybe 22, 23 feet, and this has got to be at least close to 30 feet inside, maybe 32 feet long inside. The only thing I would replace on this house is the driveway and the front walk needs to be taken up and new pavers put down. Plenty of detail on the front of the house, and it's got a brand new roof that was new in January of this year, and there's probably 300 to 400 tiles stacked up in the back, which you'll see, which are there in case any of those tiles get cracked by flying golf balls or debris or anything like that in a windstorm. Plenty of spare parts. Now we're walking around the north side of the house, the garage to be specific. One thing I should point out, the house has not a 200 amp electric service, but 400 amp. You can see the extra electric gear sitting on the end of the house to go with the 400 amp service. You got 200 amps panel boards sitting side by side, each fed with its own feed and own breaker switch. Now you're about to see the end of the brand new generator that was put in about March of this year. 32 kW liquid cooled, not air cooled generator, which is the Cadillac, because they run at half the speed, make half the noise, and last double to triple the amount of hours that the air cooled does. I'll show you the pile of spare tile. There's spare tile in the corner over here, stacked up, and also behind the generator there's another pile of spare tile. The door is closed, locked, is the door that goes into the garage. The house has also got a brand new, probably installed about January of this year, gas-fired propane gas-fired pool heater and spa heater. 450,000, I think, is the input BTU, and you can take the swimming pool from regular temperature to swimming temperature in probably an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the time of the year, and bring the spa up to usable temperature in about 3 hours at the max. It's got inside controls for the pool and the spa as far as temperature control. Pool equipment is outside the end of the office complex in the house. Brand new pool cage that was new 2 years ago, and a brand new pool deck that was new 3 years ago, and very nicely designed and installed. Much bigger pool than it looks, way bigger than any of the pools in Hunter's Ridge. And the golf course is coming back. It was all plowed up, and we planted the last of grass seed about 3 weeks ago, and most of the fairways look better than the one here. This is one of the last ones to get grass. Made a lot of other golf course improvements too. There's a lighted fountain to the south. At night it's illuminated. It's a beautiful fountain, especially at night, which you can view from the pool deck. Now we're looking at the south end of the relatively new pool cage. By the way, the pool cage was screened with super screen, which means it'll take a direct hit from a golf ball. It'll last 12, 14 years instead of maybe 7 or 8 like the standard screening. You'll notice between the south end of the home and there's a big landscape area, and the lot line is probably in the middle of that landscaping. So you got a lot of ownership of property on this end, on the lake side of the house. Even at the front, the distance between homes is much wider than the standard minimum here, which is, I think, 11 feet. And again, you'll see all the storm shutters are down. You'll see one of the 3 central air conditioning systems. Now we're going to end up going in the south pool cage entry screen door, and we'll look at the pool deck, the pool, the spa, the roofed over lanai, and the outside wet bar. There is furniture, but it's just thrown around. It's not grouped any particular way at the moment. Now we're panning around the main pool deck, the pool, which is a elegant kind of a free-form pool. Got sitting shelves at each end, and it's very deep at the deep end, much deeper than normal. And it's got a spa, huge spa with a sitting shelf all the way around it. And the pool deck itself is brand new, including the drainage system. And it doesn't hold water in a big heavy downpour. Now looking to the south, you'll see a plain steel door, and that leads into the pool bathroom, which has got a shower, a toilet, a sink, and a utility closet for a small water heater. There's 3 water heaters in this house. In the garage, there's 100+ water heater gallon. Then there's 2 40-gallon heaters that are close to the bathroom end of each end of the house. You'll also see a wet bar, which has got an ice machine, a wet sink, plenty of cabinet space below and above. Then there's huge sliding doors. There are 6 sliding glass panels that get completely out of the way of the opening. So the opening is probably 19, 20 feet across. And then they pull together and lock in the middle, and you can put there's a locking device on it, plus there's another one that he bought. And then on each end of this folding sliding glass door, there are accordion storm shutters that pull out. In my left corner, you can see one that's partially pulled out, and that pulls all the way across, and both sets of panels join at the center of the sliding door. Probably the sliding door needs new rollers and all that, but all the windows and the sliding doors are Pella clad windows and doors. They're in excellent shape. The finish is like brand new, and they are top quality. Everything in this house in general is way better than the standard quality. All of your trim inside, the baseboard, the ceiling trim, it's all fancy and tall and big, much bigger than even the normal ceiling mold and baseboard. You can see the furniture. You can see also at each end of the pool overhang, where you got a roof, there's a sliding storm door that's down, and that door covers up a sliding door that's in the super master bedroom complex at each end of the house. They're about probably 7 to 8 foot wide doors, the opening. And that means you got about a 3.5 to 4 foot walkout section when they're open. And they go directly out of the super master bedrooms at the north and the south end of the home. And we're going to enter the pool bath cage, which is on the master bedroom, the north master bedroom, pool bath. And you can see there's a utility closet opposite the water closet or the toilet. Nice sink with a countertop. There's a linen closet, and the toilet in here is nearly new. The countertop is Corian. I would replace that with marble. And I would also, you're going to have to take up, or I would take up all the tile in this house and change it out to either new tile or vinyl simulated wood flooring or whatever. The carpet in the office, which is the room I've just gone into, is very inexpensive, but he paid a top price for it because he had a water leak in the water heater in that bathroom and had to replace the carpet in the super master bedroom in this office. And that all needs pulled up because even the padding is cheap and replaced with good stuff. And I would highly recommend, your best carpet is the latest generation nylon with the highest, most dense padding behind it. And the padding being the best you can buy is as important as how much you spend per yard for the nylon. The nylon should be cut pile so you don't get catches in it. And it's been shown to be the most stain and wear resistant kind of carpet you can buy. Any kind of the most current generation of nylon. Now I'm walking through the double doors that leads from the office off this super master bedroom on the north end. You'll see the sliding glass door, which is probably, looking at in here, probably about 7 foot opening, which means you'd have about a 3 or 3.5 foot open space to walk in and out of. But you'll notice the molding is tall. It's got the ceiling raised, a recessed ceiling with a light trough going around. And this is a California size, king size bed, which is bigger than a king size. I don't know how many inches, but it's a few inches bigger than the standard king size bed. The furniture and all that's here goes with it. Most of it you'd probably donate. Some you might keep. But like in this room, there's a vacant TV center that has nothing in it. And he had lots of things stored in it, including where the TV would be. And then he's got another chest of drawers with a large screen, ultra high definition, 1-year-old, best grade TV you could buy, Samsung. Now I'm walking into the super master bath off the north super master bedroom. You'll see a big tub separate. You'll see a freestanding shower. You'll also see a separate toilet room with a telephone in it. Plenty of light. Again, it's got Corian tops, so I'd replace those and get rid of this tile, put new in. Actually the master bedroom walk-in closet, which you'll see has got all kind of built-in cabinetry on both sides, a bench to sit on, all that. That's the original carpet that was in the master bedroom and the office. My opinion is get something like this in the nylon and replace it, or replace all of it in the whole house. Because the house was built basically in '02, and like I said, it's got a brand new roof, brand new generator, nearly new pool deck, nearly new pool cage. Lots of storage space, even in the bathroom. With the walk-in closet, there's a huge, nice linen closet. Lots of supply air registers in the master bedroom. You'll see spaced all around the ceiling. There's all kind of supply registers and returns that make the bedroom very comfortable. It's on its own system. Its thermostat is in the master bedroom, but it controls a regular bedroom. But all the bedrooms have got a shower, a tub, and a lavatory bathroom directly off the bedroom and also off the main hallways. It's also got one little bathroom that is off the living area, real close to the main entry foyer, that is for people that are here as guests for the day. Maybe you're having a Super Bowl party, they use that bathroom, but you got so many bathrooms that are easily accessible off the living area that nobody's ever going to get locked out needing to use the restroom facilities right away. You'll note the wet bar in the living room has had its bar sink removed because it was a plastic covered fiberglass and the plastic shrunk and cracked. There's a new sink that just arrived yesterday that should be installed before the house is sold. And then you may want to pull that out. But again, it's got a standard Corian countertop. If I were you, I would replace it, but you may not want to. Some of it you could keep if you want. The kitchen is all Corian top. One thing about the kitchen, it's got two ovens, one big cooktop, one huge vent fan for the cooking, and the vent fan goes up to the roof as opposed to most of them that recirculate. It's got a dishwasher space, a trash compactor space, and it's got a huge sink, so it's well equipped. Beautiful custom-made cabinetry that's maple, natural finish. I mean, those are first class, and they're extra tall, the wall cabinet. In fact, behind the kitchen is a laundry pantry room that's got another big freezer refrigerator. In the kitchen is a large Sub-Zero freezer and refrigerator. Now it's original, it's probably 2002 or 3 installation, but it's still in perfect condition. And you'll see it's got cabinets above it as well. In the laundry room, you'll see an abundance of cabinets. There's another wet sink in there. There is a built-in laundry room, ironing board, and for the iron. Another thing that needs to be pointed out, there was a master vac system for the house. I don't know where the different outlets are. I don't think they use it anymore, or did, but you'll see it in the garage, the big tank with all the dirt sucked into. You're now looking out the sliding glass doors onto the lanai. Normally you'd have the storm shutters pulled across, and that's also good for security if you go away, because you can lock them with a padlock. And now somebody really has to work hard to break in. This place has got all kind of security cameras, built-in alarm system, and all the keys to the outside door are spatial keys that cost a couple $100 a copy, and they are built to be pick-proof. So they're not the same as most homes have. And looking at the great room, there's a custom-built entertainment center that needs to be replaced, because if you get that out of there, you can put a much bigger TV in, pick up some length of space for the room, and make the room look longer. You'll see in the living room or the great room, it's got a cathedral ceiling with canned lights. I would replace all the light fixtures in this house with LED fixtures, including the fluorescents that are the few that are in the house, including chandeliers, all that, because you'll save a ton on electricity and you get better lighting out of it, plus you're not always changing a burned out bulb. Now we're in the dining room, again with a recessed ceiling and Trafford lighting system in the recess. Room enough for a big, big dinner table for Thanksgiving. And you can put expandable leaves in it. Right now it's set up for 10 people, but I'm positive you can get it up to 12 easy. Now we're going to go into the little bathroom off the great room, which is directly off the foyer. Big linen closet off this hallway next to the half bath. Lots of storage space in this house. This small master bedroom with its own suite for bathroom and walk-in closet is still, in a lot of homes, would be the master bedroom. It's a little bit smaller than a master, but not much. You can see there's 2 single beds in here, which means it can easily accommodate a queen or a king. The utility closet is off to the left of this walk-in closet. Plenty of room for dresser spaces and all that, but you don't need much because you got the walk-in closet. Looking at a nice foyer, generously large enough to handle 4, 5, 6 people coming in at a time. Ceiling fans are in almost every room of the place. Now we're walking into the master bedroom super suite on the south end of the house. And it'd be the southeast end corner. It's got a big walkout door. It does have existing drapes on that window. You'd replace them, obviously, but you can see that this master bedroom is actually bigger than the one on the north end, except that it doesn't have an office. Or you could put it in the walk-in closet. There's plenty of room in there. And this super master bath, its toilet room actually has a bidet in it. So it's a little special, much bigger in a way than the other master bath, super master bath, but the other one is very big itself. And again, all the countertopping in this super master bath is Corian. It's not, it's in real brand new shape. It's on top of the custom built maple cabinets again. And it's in perfect condition, but you may want to upgrade it to granite, marble, or what do you call it, quartz. By the way, if you put quartz, whatever you do, don't put quartz out on that lanai, because sunlight is the enemy of quartz. It'll ruin it. Even indirect sun will not do it a lot of good. This bathroom has got a skylight in it as you go between the bathroom and the big walk-in closet, with lots of walk-in closet built-in chest of drawers and shelving, everything that would be in a California-style walk-in closet, custom built, every bit of it. There are a few things still hanging in that closet, which will be removed or thrown away by the time the house changes hands. Nice custom-built medicine cabinet of the natural maple cabinets, with a valance with built-in light fixtures and all that. Again, I would change every bit of these light fixtures to LEDs. A lot of them be a matter of changing the bulbs, but some of the fixtures themselves are kind of antiquated, like the one in the southeast corner toilet room with the bidet. If you look at the ceiling, it's a bit antiquated. I think I'd replace all the fans that have got light fixtures on them because they're a bit dated. Also a hallway to my left that goes to the garage, but one of the regular master bedrooms is off of that, with a separate room to the toilet from the hallway, but a separate room from the bedroom to the bathroom. I'm looking into the hallway that leads to the garage, and you'll see a door standing ajar, and that's to the bathroom that's off of another, I call it just a master bedroom suite. That takes you into the bathroom, which interconnects by a separate door to the master bedroom itself. And this one's got a decent, somewhere between a huge closet and a walk-in closet. And I'm going to walk out to the garage. The garage from the doorway to the floor has got a wheelchair ramp because the person had it the last few months of his life could not step up. And I'm going to open the door and look out at the generator, which you've got a good view in the lake from the garage. And you can see the electric. It's got two 200 amp panel boards, plus the whole house has got those what's called low voltage switches, which the 110 isn't at the switch, that's low voltage. It comes back to a panel that trips on the 110 going when you turn the switch on. You can also see the master vacuum that's in the garage. It's actually, I think, unplugged at this point because they don't use it at this point. Doesn't mean it can't be used. Plenty of cabinets in the garage, but plenty of wall space to add more if you want them. A workbench. There's a wine cooler that's refrigerator that's here, and an older freezer refrigerator, probably 2002, 3 or 4 vintage, but there's all these things are still functioning. And there's also a air handler for the north end of the home. That's the master bedroom, and the other super master bedroom, office, and all that. The car in the picture doesn't go with the home. That was a brand new car bought for him about 3 or 4 weeks before he passed on. One thing that needs to happen is the garage doors all need new rollers on them. Probably needs the overhead door mechanisms replaced because they would be 2002 vintage. That's not a big expense, probably a couple grand, 2,500 would do it. First class, $3,000. But you can look at that double door, and it's probably 2 1/4, 2.5 cars wide. Golf cart can be obtained with the house, so they just throw that in. It's also got a working dehumidifier that's running as we speak in the garage. I call it 3.5 cars wide and probably 1.5 to 2 cars long garage. And it's got its own air conditioning system. So there's 4 air conditioning systems in the house. The one in the garage is a motel through the wall unit. Let's do the dining room. Again, I'm pointing out that almost all the windows, the storm shutters are down, and there's 2 or 3 that are not, and that's because they need to have some work done to them. Could be a controller, could be the motor. It may even be just a switch. So that needs to be done. No big deal. An additional advantage that comes with this house is that all of the water required that you'll need for irrigating the lawn, the plants, the trees, and everything else is provided from the golf course irrigation system at no cost. That in itself would save you several $100s to in water bills. That was actually arranged by me at probably 5, 6 years ago. That your house, if you buy it, and the one beside it are both getting golf course water. Was an experiment that's so far been successful. No problem. It works like a champ. Get all the water you need, and when we fertilize, it'll be in your water too. When we pesticide to kill bugs and stuff, that'll be in the water. So you can't beat it. And your irrigation system is more than adequate for the landscaping, which I do think you'll want to replace most of it. But the sprinkler heads and all there are there. And if you needed to, you can always add another zone or a head. Hope that you understand that the soundtrack does not always line up with what the video shows, but it's all good information. All 3 water heaters in this home were replaced not more than 3 years ago, and they're all really top of the line, put in by a top quality plumber, and he replaced all the connections, the shut-off valves, and all that. So they're good for at least another 15 years anyway, especially if you drain them out periodically. If I was going to put an educated, wild guesstimate on what it's going to cost to get this house to suit you, probably replacing all the floor finishes, repainting the interior of the house, replacing the countertopping, and also replacing the outside brick driveway, sidewalks, and all that at the front of the house. You're probably looking at 120, maybe 150 grand. And then you may want to put in new air conditioner outside units. If you do, put the variable speed and the variable speed furnaces, because most of the time they only run it on low speed. I don't think anyone that likes the house would go wrong in buying it. I think it's a great community, as others will attest. Costs in Hunters Ridge are reasonable, the monthly bills and stuff, very reasonable. Thank you.